I'm going to keep this brief because, as I've said in a post, I understand this is not why you people subscribe to my channel. I don't like politics. It's not just boring, it's stressful and it's draining. But the shit that's happening in the United States right now is too important to not talk about. And I also don't like saying I told you so. It's not in my nature to be condescending. So that's not going to be what this video is about. This video is about solidarity. There have already been waves of protests against the Trump administration, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Let's not mince words here. This is fascism. There is no other way to describe this. We know what Trump wants. We know how he wants to get it. We can't let him. In 2026, there's going to be a primary election of several members of Congress. We have to agree, all of us, to vote against people who are loyal to Trump. It would be nice if we could also vote against people who let this happen, people like Chuck Schumer. And I'm not going to go more in depth about that because I'm assuming we all know what happened. I'm not going to treat you like 2-year-olds. There is a lot happening right now that is terrifying. I would be lying if I said I wasn't scared. I am. I'm not going to let that fear control me. Instead, I'm going to use what little privilege I have as a white, seemingly cisgender American to speak out against this and make it publicly known that I am fighting the same cause. I'm doing what little I can. I'm going to show up to vote in the next several elections. I'm going to keep speaking out against this until I am blue in the face. None of this happening right now was any secret. Trump said he would do these things, and he's doing them. As much of a liar and a snake as he is, he's also very dumb. And a lot of the cabinet is also dumb, thankfully. That means is that if enough of us come together in solidarity, there's only so much they can do. People like me who have some kind of privilege need to use it. Otherwise, they will eventually come for us too. Like I said, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. So I just want to say one more thing. Don't let him win. Don't let him scare you into submission. That is how Hitler rose to power. It's how the Nazis stayed in power for as long as they did. And it's how Trump wants us to let him have that same power. If enough of us make a stand against it and refuse to comply with his orders, not just speak out, but refuse to actually do it, then he can only stay in power for so long. If we let him get away with anything he is doing, they will eventually come for the rest of us. That's not hyperbole. That is just fact. But if we don't let them get that power to begin with, they can't. Sure, he is the president of the United States. He can make as many orders as he wants. But for him to have power, people have to comply with those orders, whether that be Congress, the House, or just regular people like you or me. Power isn't taken, it's given. People need to remember that. That's how any fascist leader takes power. If we don't let them do this, they can't. And that sounds terrifying because I'm essentially asking people to dissent. But I'm telling you, that's the only way we're going to overcome this. I know a lot of you are scared. I'm scared too. But as I said, I am not going to let that fear dictate my decisions. Hopefully, in a few years, once this is all over, we can look back on this as nothing more than another dark period in our history. But right now, we need to focus on ending this period of history so that we can tell of it in our history books. Don't let these people get away with what they're doing. If you let that fear of what they will probably do dictate what you will do, then they've already won. If enough of us stand up against it and refuse to comply, then there's only so much they can do to us. But we have to stand together for that to work. Even after seeing everything I've seen, I still believe in the good of humanity. I choose to believe that because I know how much power people can have if enough of them rally behind a common cause. As for this video, this is going to be the last one I make about this topic, hopefully. I have other videos in the works, but I've been struggling to find motivation for them. This that I am talking about right now was too important to ignore. So that's it for now. I'm out. Hopefully not for the last time.